So yes, here is the second part of my anticipated releases of 2020. This time around, I'm talking about my anticipated sequels, and there are about 10 in total. So yes, not as much as my anticipated releases, but I would state though that I'm not going to go into that much details about these books because a lot of them are going to be spoilers for the first book in the series. And if you've not picked up the first book in the series, I don't want to spoil anything for you. But yeah, here are my anticipated sequels of 2020. And number one on that list, which should come as no surprise to anybody who follows my channel and who pays any attention to, any of the things I say, The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. Like, this is the end of the trilogy. This is the end of the epicness that is Rin's story. We don't have a cover, we don't have a synopsis, we barely have a release date, but we know 2020 is the year it's coming out because Rebecca has promised us, and my soul is ready to be delivered, to be lifted straight out of my body and floating in outer space, because I know that this book is going to wreck me and I am ready. I was born to be torn apart. I was born to be shredded. So bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it. Bring it. Next on my list is The Silvered Serpent by Roshani Chokshi. Now, you all know how much I enjoyed and loved The Gilded Wolves, and I'm ready for the sequel. My body was born ready after the way things ended, after Severin was such an ass, after our team suffered such devastation at the end of The Gilded Wolves. I knew I was ready for The Silvered Serpent. This book does not even have a cover yet. We all we have is, of course, we have a synopsis, which a synopsis and an expected publication date. But even with that, like, the synopsis is so vague. I have questions that I cannot wait to be answered. And like, seeing that the team once again is searching, for something that will grant them the power of God. You know the wish, the desire. If you've read The Gilded Wolves, I'm fairly certain you will know exactly what Severin wants to do with that power, what he hopes to accomplish with that power. And now that it is that the team is kind of broken and like they all have their own internal disagreements, they have to come together to work together for this. Once again, this heist. I'm not sure if this is a duology, if it's a trilogy, but whatever the case may be, I am ready for the Silvered Serpents. Like, they are apparently broken gods. They are animals, crystalline ice animals that stalk and kill people. People are dying. They are wondering if this prophecy is a myth or if it's actually real. And I'm just over here like, so far in the first book, we discovered that the fact that things that are thought to be dead and long buried never stay dead and long buried. And I want this book. I want this book so bad. Like, oh my God, September is so far. September is so far. Why? Next on my list is The Iron Will of Ginny Lo by F.C. Yee. Now, I read The Epic Crush of Ginny Lo this year, and I loved it. I love this retelling of the legend of the Monkey King. I love being able to figure out exactly who Ginny was, and when that reveal happened, I was like, oh my God. And then the end of that book, loved it. And now Ginny must find out that with great power comes extremely great responsibility, especially when it is that the person who is meant to oversee it all decides to go on a vacation and leaves you floundering in the wind. And it sounds perfect. I can't wait. It sounds like it's going to be funny. Quentin is back, Wanyan is back, Ginny is back. Like, the gang is back. There's going to be old enemies back. There's once again going to be a battle for survival, this time around relying on sacrifice and not strength, and it just sounds like it's going to be perfect. Plus that cover, like, I love the cover of Epic Crush, and I'm slightly sad that this cover is not going to match the first cover, but this cover is beautiful. I cannot in good conscience be too angry about it, because I repeat, it is, are you seeing this cover? It's stunning. Oh my God. Yeah, The Iron Wheel of Ginny Lo, definitely an anticipated sequel. I can't wait for it to come out in 2020. And then there's The Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty. You all know, I read City of Brass, I was not that impressed. Kingdom of Copper blew me away, and now my body, my soul, every part of me is ready and anticipating Empire of Gold. With the way things ended in Kingdom of Copper, I'm like, oh boy. I can't wait to see how S.A. Chakraborty wraps up this trilogy. I can't wait to see how she ends her story, because I am hooked. I can't go into details because, god damn, the ending of Kingdom of Copper. But I definitely want to read Empire of Gold. I want to see where all my characters would be at the end of the day. I want to see. I'm hoping a couple of romances do not happen. I'm hoping a level of groveling happens for a certain couple. And I'm hoping that, oh my, I don't want to go into any details because I don't want to spoil anything, but god damn, like Emperor of Gold by S.A. Chakopoti. And then there's The Heart Principle by Ellen Wong. I discovered Ellen Wong this year. I've read Quiz Quotient, I've read Brightest. I am ready for Kwan's story. Heart Principle looks like it's going to be bae, because you have Kwan, who, you know, now that his business with Michael is taking off, all the rich girls that used to ignore him are all of a sudden all up in his business, especially Camilla, his ex, who dumped him, you know, a while ago because he didn't have the prospect. But see, the thing about it is that Camilla is newly engaged, and so her sister decides that she's going to take it upon herself to seduce Kwan, to get Kwan's attention away from her newly engaged sister, so that, you know, it doesn't ruin that potential matchup and the real estate deal that would arise as a result of it. And it just, I'm like, yeah, sure, Anna, you're doing it for your sister, not because you're like Kwan. Yeah, sure, we believe you, and I am ready. Ellen Huang just knows how to tell a great, compelling, amazing, engaging, brilliant, fantastic, mind-blowing story. And Heart Principle, I am ready for The Heart Principle. I was born ready to read that book. I cannot wait to read that book. Oh my god, I cannot wait to read that book. Yeah, I'm so excited, more than excited. And then there's Angry God by LJ Shen, which is the third book in our All Saints High series. You already know my thoughts on Pretty Reckless. I found it decent. I gave it 3 stars. I hated Broken Night. I'm hoping that Angry God redeems itself. This is Vaughn's story. Vaughn being the son of, you know, the love of my life, Baron Vicious Spencer, and Emilia LeBlanc, or now Emilia Spencer. And all I'm thinking is that, one, this book is coming out in February. We still don't have a cover. We still don't have a synopsis. We don't know nothing. All we know is that it's Vaughn's story. And all I know is that I'm ready. And I sincerely hope that LJ Shen does not do this to me. Because so far, all our books I've been reading after, you know, Sinners of Saints series, I've just been like, kind of for me. So I'm sincerely hoping that Vaughn's story redeems it. If not, I am going to be personally offended. Very, very offended. Next up is Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert. This is the second book in our Brown Sisters series, the first of which is Get a Life, Chloe Brown. And I started Get a Life and I am enjoying such a frolicking good read. So I already know that my body, my soul, my entire existence is ready for Take a Hint, Danny Brown. And it sounds amazing. You have a friends with benefits situation, a let us fake date to help, you know, a kids sports charity event, and then real feelings and emotions get into it. It has all the things I love. Contractual relationships, friends who become lovers, a friends with benefits thing. Like, it's just opposite attracting. I can tell things that, oh, love is not in the cards for them, finding out that love is in the cards for them. Like, what is there not to love about this book? I can't wait for it to be released. I definitely can't wait to read it immediately it comes out. Like, yes, take all my money, Talia, take all my money. And then there's How to Catch a Queen, which is the first book in the Runaway Royal series, which is a spin-off of the Reluctant Royal series by Alyssa Cole. You all know how much I love the Reluctant Royal series. Like, that series is bae. So when Alyssa Cole atted me that, oh, there's a spin-off in the works, I was just like, my mind was blown, and I'm like, oh my god. And then the cover came out. Did you see that cover? That cover is stunning. Like, that cover, oh my god. So yeah, definitely ready. And I suspected I knew who the couple would be, and I was not disappointed. It's Shanti and Sanyu's story, and you have her, who everybody's treating like an outsider in a new kingdom, even though she was raised to be the perfect bride, to be the perfect wife, to be the perfect queen. But people in a new kingdom don't accept her, and Shanyu is the king, is frustrated because she has such great opinions about politics, about states, and, you know, she's technically kind of sort of governing his kingdom through him. And when things arise and she goes on the run, he has to decide if he has what it takes to catch his queen, and I am ready. Also, did you see that cover? Like, look at that cover. I want to have this cover's babies, if that's a thing. It should be a thing, because I definitely want to have its babies. Like, whoa. And then there's Chain of Gold, which is the first book in the Last Hour series, which is a spin-off of the Infernal Devices series by Cassandra Clare. You all know I'm slowly making my way through Cassandra Clare books, so of course I'm going to read Chain of Gold when it comes out. My plan is to eventually see which of the series would be like, I absolutely would die for the series. I haven't discovered them yet, but I'm hoping that there will be one of our series that I would die for. And in this we follow the children, you know, the children of all the characters we meet in the Infernal Devices. And I always love generational stories whereby we see how these people who were kids now have kids, and you know, now they are adults and they are dealing with their kids who are acting totally and completely bratty and all that. It makes me very happy because I'm like, see, this is the amount of headache you gave when you were that age. How do you feel now? How do you feel? Like, legitimately, Will Arundel, how do you feel? How would you feel now that, you know, you have a son and you have to be an adult, you have to be a parent? Like, yeah, definitely interested, definitely want to read this book. And then finally, the last anticipated sequel of 2020 for me is Aurora Burning by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. And what is funny about it is because I have not read Aurora Rising, but all I saw was that cover and it became an anticipated sequel for me. And so now I have to read Aurora Rising early enough so that the minute Aurora Burning comes out, I have to read that book, because that elf is so fucking hot and I need to know his name and I need to know his deal and I need to know what role he plays in these books. And yeah, that's just it for me. This cover has convinced me that I need to read this series. This cover has convinced me that I need this series in my life. This cover has convinced me that this is an anticipated sequel, and I want to see one person look at that cover and say that that cover does not encourage you to like pick it up and read it. But yeah, those are 10 anticipated sequels releasing in 2020. Let me know what some anticipated sequels are for you, whether it's a spin-off of an old series that you know is starting off, or is it just a continuation of a favorite series that you're looking forward to completing. Let me know down in the comments down below. If you like this video, please do not forget to give it a big thumbs up. Check out my other videos, subscribe if you want to, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can know every time I put up a new video. I make new videos every Sundays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and I'll see you soon. Until then, stay passionate, love books, love yourself. Bye.